Hi guys, Dazzie here with another episode of my comic book hauls. This time it's episode 203. And I wasn't going to make a haul so quickly after my last one, but when you find an exciting pile of books, you have to bring it. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. But before we continue, if I could perhaps ask you for a subscription, a like, a share, a comment, ding that bell for notifications. It all really helps my low grade productions. Okay, so as you know, I'm always on the lookout for comic books, and I headed down to the Gloucester car boot yesterday, and I was there for about half an hour, and nothing, not a sausage, guys, no comics whatsoever. So I went back to the family and I picked up the wife and my youngest son, and we headed over to Southam, which is a car boot in Cheltenham. I know there's a guy that gets there now and again with comics, and that was the case this time. He had two boxes, and I started to dig through, but I wasn't really finding anything. And I finished the first box. I went to look at the second box, but I knew the kind of books that was going to be in there. They were £1 or £2 a book, and nothing really grabbed me. But then I turned around, and then, as you know, with a car boot, his car had the boot open, and they had two boxes in the back of the car. And I asked, "Are these for sale?" And he said, "Yeah, but they're more money." And I thought, okay, well, if there's a good book, I'll still pull the trigger. And I started to dig, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised with what I found, guys. I ended up picking up 13 books, and I was charged £34. Now that works out at about £2.62 a book, and I think you'll be pleased. The final book I'm going to show you guys is a banger. Okay, so first up, we've got a bit of Submariner, and this is issue 69. Lovely cover. Anytime you get Spider-Man on the cover, you're going to sell the book, aren't you? Especially with a nice bit of bronze. Not owned that book before. That one will be going up for sale on my eBay page, or eBay store rather. I've had this one before, and I've sold it before. I think I sold it for about 10 quid. This is Strange Tales, issue 172. Now, obviously, this is just shortly after the first appearance of Brother Voodoo, which I own. And I own 69, 70, 71. I used to own 72. You know, all that little mini run. But yeah, this book will easily sell. Money to be made in £2 plus. And then I stumbled across some Eternals. Now, of course, we had the movie, which I enjoyed. I enjoyed the movie. I think I gave it about a 7 out of 10. Well, the Eternal Keys have come down in value, but you can't leave Eternal Keys there for £2, I don't think. So first up, I found a copy of Eternals #1. Nice pickup. Now, don't get me wrong, the bottom staple has popped on this. I'm going to have to put a bit of tape, but I'm sure I can get double figures for this. This, of course, is the first appearance and origin of the Eternals team. You've got the first appearance of Icarus, the Deviants, or Deviants. First appearance of Brother Toad, Margot Damien, Crow, Cataphracts, Dr. Damien. Vira is the first mention of the Celestials, and their first appearance comes in the next issue. And that issue, of course, is the Eternals #2, which I picked up as well. First appearance of Ajak, a member of the subgroup known as the Polar Eternals. It's also the first appearance of Arisham the Judge, a Celestial. Now, both those characters appeared in the Eternals movie. Now, the Celestials sink the kingdom of Lemuria. As a result, Atlantis is also sunk in this issue. First appearance of the Celestials. Can't leave these books here, I don't think. Nice grade, and I was upgrading my copies as well. Uh, then I found Eternals #3, and this is the first appearance of Cersei. Of course, she appeared in the Eternals movie, one of the main players. First appearance of Broop, Rhaegar, Shalmar. In Strange Tales 109, a blonde version of this character appeared briefly, referred to as Cersei. Its first cover appearance of Icarus, first appearance of Sluice, and includes a letter by future comic book writer Ralph Macchio in this issue. Pence copy. Not the Ralph Macchio Karate Kid. And then I found Eternals #4. Sorry, excuse me. First appearance of Gaminon the Gatherer, a Celestial. First cover and second appearance of Cersei. Again, I like to upgrade my bronze keys. And then we had issue 5. And this is the first appearance of Thena, originally called Asura. She was, of course, in the Eternals movie. The first appearance of Makari from the Eternals movie. First appearance of Domo and Zorus. That rounded out my Eternals keys. And then I picked up some Daredevil issues. Yeah, Daredevil. And first up, I picked up Daredevil issue #1, Marvel Knights. This is the first written work by Kevin Smith on a Daredevil title. Surprised how much that one goes for, actually. That's the sole modern book that I picked up. And then upgraded my copy of a character that appeared in the Daredevil movie and TV show. This is Daredevil issue 153. And the first appearance of Ben Ulrich. I believe he was a detective. £2.62 a book. Can't go wrong. And then I finally snagged this one, which I was delighted about. Daredevil issue 227. This is where Kingpin discovers Daredevil's identity. Born Again Part 1 begins in this issue and concludes in Daredevil 233. It's won the Kirby Award in 1986 for the best single issue. Now, Karen Page in this book is revealed to be a drug-dependent junkie, and she was last seen in the pages of Daredevil issue 138. So it was a long hiatus for that lady and character. Then I picked up a character that appeared in the Jessica Jones TV show in Daredevil issue 232. This is the first appearance of Nuke, or Weapon 7, who is Frank Simpson. He was a big player in Jessica Jones season 1. And then I picked up another copy of Daredevil issue 270. Now, I've got the direct and the newsstand already in my PC, but this is the first appearance of Blackheart, son of Mephisto. He appeared in the original Nicolas Cage movie. It's also the first appearance and death of Abigail Houseman. And this book always goes 15 to 20 quid. Good pickup. Now, guys, we've reached the final book, and you won't believe what I paid. Well, you do know what I paid. I paid £2.62 for this book. Easily an £80-90 book. I already had a copy in my collection. It was beat but complete. I will now be selling that one. What was the final book I picked up, guys? We're sticking with Daredevil. Boom. Yeah, look at this bad boy. Daredevil issue 131 and the first appearance and origin of Bullseye. There he is on the cover, guys. Bullseye, yeah. He's been known as Lester. He's been known as Benjamin Poindexter. We had him in the Daredevil movie, in the Daredevil TV show, most recently in the Daredevil Born Again TV show. But there was also a variant that appeared in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, believe it or not. It's also the first appearance of Rose Jacob Conover. This includes the Marvel Value Stamp Series B number 47 Thor, which is in there. and this is a nice upgrade, mid-grade copy, but for £2.62. Another copy of the first appearance of Bullseye. So that's it, guys. Hope you like the haul. I was excited to get this one out, and I've already got another one I'm working on, another haul, and there's going to be a lot more showcases, hunting videos. You know me. Thanks for your support. Bye for now.